Hey, let's go see what CJ's doing. CJ's over here working on the Hot Wheels tribute truck. CJ, what are you doing, buddy?
I am shaving the seam right here, the overlapping body seam.
Right.
Kind of looking pretty good down here, and that side's actually already done.
That side's done, the other side.
So yep, about to finish this up here, and then I think we're gonna get into this finally.
Putting in the inner panels and whatnot.
Yep.
Steps and stuff.
Yeah, cap that, and then gonna make the seal like lay flat this way. And then
So that's gonna be gone.
Yeah, you know, like it'll just be flat right here.
Right. Oh, okay. All right.
And then yeah, gotta figure out what's up with this. I know it's up in the air right now about this dash, if they're keeping it or not.
Okay.
And then kind of up in the air still about the door. If we
What's
wanna,
happening
like,
inside the door?
Yeah, if we want to make the door flat.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see the little contours, getting rid of the contours and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, it did the same thing right here. Actually, it like contoured down, and I made this whole panel to make it like smoother.
Yep. See exactly what you're talking about. Yes, sir.
So possibly the same thing there. Yeah, got to finish this up, then go to there.
Right on. Right on.
It's coming along though.
Yeah. Then you still got the hood work to do. Still cutting a hole in this.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think so.
Still a ways to go, but it's looking great. Oh, he's got, look, there's metal panels in here now.
Yep.
He's got a panel built over here. Last time we were here, this panel was not here.
Yeah, I think I was cardboard still.
It was still cardboard, yeah. Awesome. Looking cool. Yeah, it is. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate the update. The last time, I think, did you see the last video? Did I show the cardboard?
You did show the
I did show the cardboard. So in our last video, this all was cardboard in here. And what gauge is this metal did you use here?
I think this is 16 gauge, I believe.
Right, and is it just held in here with these magnets?
For the moment, the front flange on this post is laced with hardware underneath.
Okay.
But everything else is just floating right now.
Right, so this is what the inner fender is going to look like. Will it get a weld across the back there?
No, so these will be removable. Even though we're going to have the flush, you'll have a small seam around it.
Okay,
You know,
all right.
It'll be smoothed and flush. And then we'll have a slight small hair gap just because of fitment and getting it in there.
Right.
And we got a few mount tabs, but overall this is what the presentation is going to be.
Right, so the reason you want that to be removable is so you can take this off, get down to the frame components down in there, and be able to do any repairs down in there without having a mechanic's nightmare going on, right?
That is correct.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
right.
I mean, you got to build these inner panels to look good, fit good, and everything. But when it comes down to work on this thing, you need to be able to get these nice panels out.
Exactly.
The way, you know, so that's why they got to come back out. We got to be removable.
Right, and I'm sure that they have to be easy to bring in and out too, because you don't want them getting them scratched and whatnot, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to be just as shiny on the inside as it is on the outside.
This thing, it's a tight fitment because of the geometry going on with the roundness and everything. So getting in and out is a little tight. We'll have to undo the fender mount from the firewall. That brace we put in there that goes to the front core, that'll have to be loose so you can give this some wiggle, so you can slip these fenders in and out real nice.
Right, awesome. So when it comes right down to it, you can start right over there and take that panel off, come all the way around, take all this off, come all the way back around here and have it completely stripped out to get down, and it's all removable. Awesome, awesome. Where are you going next with it? This side, coming over here?
Yep, we have this side cut out. We're getting ready to put it on the brake and go ahead and get it formed up into shape. And then we'll start doing some test fitting. We might have to trim a little hair here and there, you know. But overall, we should have both fenders in here today, and possibly the front piece that goes to the nose here as well.
That's pretty cool, man. Those spacers you got down underneath of there.
Yeah, that was.
And the hardware comes down. You can see it's all bolted to the bottom there, and it's the same way on the other side. That's how it's fit, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't know if I got enough light here, so. Let me see if I got some light. I want to get a look at them. What the heck? Oh, because my camera's on. So there's the spacers that they're working on down in there. You can see how this is going to be for the top inner fender will be what, welded onto that?
Yes,
to
sir.
this piece right here. So you'll take these screws out and that whole inner fender will lift right out of there.
That's correct.
Yeah, and now here's your brace for the,
So that's the outer fender brace.
that's the outer
You
fender
notice
brace.
There's another set of hardware in the
Right
middle
there,
of
yep.
these spacers all
Yep,
the way
okay,
down. So
yep.
you'll take this hardware off
Mhm.
for your inner, and then you'll have these hardwares to remove your outer, and then the bar will stay there.
Awesome.
So you can just simply put them in place. Nobody has to hold it. It's not, a pain to work with. You set it on there, slide your hardware.
Right.
Very
Wow.
simple.
So I'm sure here around the suspension, that's going to have to be trimmed up.
Yeah, we're gonna finalize that. We're just trying to wait for design, really. We'll get
Right.
it all finalized and do that final cut last. I'm not sure if we're gonna add any bead roll or anything into it. Overall, I just gotta weld some rear flanges to the back so it can mount with hardware to the firewall, and go ahead and tack weld to our band with the sheet metal. That way the top hardware is permanent and she'll be pretty much finalized.
Awesome. Now let's talk about the way the engine's going to sit in here. If this is mounted to the motor mounts, those sit down near the bottom of the motor, don't they? Or do they sit up rather high on that 632?
They're about in the middle, just
Right.
under halfway probably.
So the top of the motor, where does the top of the motor sit as on viewpoint?
Okay, so originally we had the 572
Uh-huh.
and we mocked that up and we had it all in here. We were pretty much all the way tucked to this firewall, and our distributor was sitting about right here.
Wow.
So what we did is we made these taller mounts so we could raise the motor up because we're gonna have that hood cut out. So we wanted our carburetor setup, intake set up to sit as high as possible. That way everything for that supercharger presentation would be out of the hood.
Right.
So we rose the motor up, and she hugs the top of this as clean as you could get without interfering with fitment.
Wow.
So she's a pretty tight fit. Hopefully
Uh-huh.
that 632 is the same layout and we don't have any problems
Ooh.
with that going in.
Yeah. And now there's no radiator up here, right?
No sir, no radiator up here. So we'll have a wide open view of this motor all the way around this thing.
But it's still going to have cooling, right?
It is. So the radiator will be mounted behind the cab in the rear, and then we'll go ahead and plumb lines to the front. This thing's gonna have so much air moving into the engine bay, heating probably won't be an issue. It's more for the safety of the motor, having the coolant that it needs. But we have a heavy duty radiator, and it'll have plenty of fluid considering the travel it has to go to make it behind the cab, so it shouldn't have any problem keeping cool.
Right. Awesome. Wow. And now you can see down here, the frame is sitting on blocks down there. But when those blocks are removed, that frame actually sits on the ground, doesn't it?
Yes sir, yes
Yep.
sir. So the
Yep.
last time when you guys, on the last episode when we had this in CAD, we were actually sitting all the way down. For install purposes, it allows these control arms to go down, so then I don't have to fight putting the panel in for fitment. So we
Right.
went ahead, rose her up, put her back
Right.
on block.
Right. Awesome. And it is on bags, and you can see they've got the lines run. Still the only way to get the bags to go up and down right now. There is a valve down there, so you hook it into the compressor, the lines here at the shop. But it's pretty cool when it rises up and down. Ram air for the radiator. This is all Schedule 10 pipe, correct?
That I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's Schedule 10. You did all the cutting and all the fitting on this?
Yes sir, all of it.
Yeah.
It's not pieced in and phoned. These were pretty tight seams. It took a lot of time to fit these properly. It's uneven because it sits flush to the top more than the bottom for presentation. So these aren't even exactly true top and bottom matching pieces. So getting it exact was very precise and slow work.
Right. But this is all handmade. This is all made by Casey right here. This is a trailer hitch. There's going to be a trailer right behind this.
Yes, be a gooseneck
Yeah.
on air set up for this. So this will be where our gooseneck hitch mounts up. This notch we did build in-house. These we had laser done, I believe laser, water jetted maybe, by JFab, and they brought the pieces and I welded them all together. But this was just single piece. I put it all, and this was
Right.
the
I remember
design
watching
we
you
were
do
going
that.
for.
Yep. So what this trailer? It's going to have what on? What's going to be on the trailer? His 48 gasser.
It's 48 gasser.
It's
yes,
a
sir.
diesel gasser, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It has a 12 valve in it, I believe, Cummins, and he brought that to us to go ahead and rehab the front end because it just wasn't up to par for that type of motor and the weight. So we went ahead and rehabbed that a little bit. I did all the work on the front end of that, and then he'll be pulling that on a trailer with this bad boy.
With this bad boy, yes sir. Yep. And these are the rear tubs we watched Casey build in a few episodes, and the wings. We watched Casey build the wings and the panels that are going across here. Can't wait to see some color on this, Casey.
I like her in all black, but
You know, that would be kind of
color,
cool, that ghost black color, whatever. Yeah.
You know, just murdered out coming down the road, just hot rodded, no
Yeah.
color to her, but this thing is gonna look good with the paint job.
Yeah. Tell everybody one time what this is. This is, what is it?
It's a Hot Wheels tribute truck. So it came in, they made a Hot Wheels, I'm not sure of the name of it, but it's a very particular toy the customer brought in, and he wanted the Hot Wheels to be built to match the truck. So we found a donor truck that matched what we were going for, and you know, we put a lot of time and thought into it, and we ran with the idea. And at the end of the day, we're almost spot on.
Yeah.
Scale and every detail. I mean, it's been a long process, but you know, he wanted the Hot Wheels, we're gonna give him the Hot Wheels.
You got a Hot Wheels. It's just so cool. Everything behind that cab back is basically handmade. The tubs, the fenders, the rear, everything basically handmade. But that's what you get at Street Metal Concepts. It's factory. It's right there on the back of his shirt. Factory. Thanks, Casey. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. You have a good one.
All right, so Eric, I'm gonna jump in here with Dom. We're gonna go for a ride. I hope it doesn't rain because there's no windshield wipers. Gonna let him back out here. Cool door handles. Gonna put a computer in my lap.
I'm gonna have to slide that chair back.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put this chair back. If I can find it. Might be on the side. There it is. Nope, I think that's as far back as it goes.
Yep, that's it.
Alright.
There you go.
And I'm going to hold the computer, make sure that we've got all the numbers going on.
Go ahead and hit space bar for me.
Hit the space bar.
Yep.
Okay.
It'll do all its things.
Are we running the AC?
We got running AC.
Awesome. So this is a 1969 Camaro, and it's got a Magnuson something. What is that? A Magnuson intake on it?
Yeah, supercharger.
Supercharger. That's right.
I don't have my phone or anything on me, so.
Well, go get it. If you want it, I got a phone if we break down. So.
I'm gonna grab it just in
So
case.
Dom's gonna go grab his phone. We're gonna look at the numbers here on the computer a little bit. All right, here we go. I believe you're good this way, sir.
Alright.
There's nothing this way. So if you gotta make a big sweep, you can. There we go.
Oh, this car turns sharp.
Does it?
Oh yeah, awesome.
So did you go with him when he had it put on the dyno?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did it do better than you thought?
Yes.
It's good.
Made about 100 more wheel than I thought it was gonna make.
Wow.
If I look at things on the conservative side, you know, I don't like to push fuel systems, but kind of not much you can do with a supercharger.
Right.
It's just there or
Yeah.
it's not type thing.
Huh. Oh, this is cool. This is a nice car.
Yeah, it drives nice.
Yeah.
My opinion, probably one of the best setups I've driven
Yeah.
so far. The power delivery, the motor, the supercharger, the gearing, the transmission, all the full chassis in the car, everything is just, it all works so perfect together.
Match made in heaven type thing.
Yeah, basically. Like it feels like you're driving like a new Corvette,
Huh.
but you're in a 69 Camaro.
Yeah, but isn't everything underneath of it all? It's all been changed over to coilovers and everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's got 4-link and a bunch of other stuff, but
so it's performing the way it should be for everything that's put together. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, drivetrain wise, you're driving a 69 Camaro sitting on top of a new chassis.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, without ever knowing that, you would never know that.
Right,
so it's just a very well put together setup. I mean, business, but it's very
All right.
subtle.
Well, after this pickup truck and that car there, you've got your choice of lanes. So you are good to go. Second gear, third gear.
So I'm not even like, here's like half throttle.
Wow.
I don't even think I opened it up past
You didn't even hit 3,000 RPM.
right.
Here we are in 6th gear, 1,800 horsepower, 1,900 horsepower doing, or excuse me, not horsepower. Yeah. We're running at about 1,900 RPMs doing 75 right now in 6th gear. So, yeah. What'd you have the speedometer to?
About 110.
Took all of about, what, 6 seconds?
Yeah, something like that.
Yep, 110, 6 seconds. And she was slipping a little bit there in the back.
It was spinning the entire
Yes,
time.
it was. It was spinning.
Trying to feather it.
Cool.
It gets up and goes.
Yes, it
That's
does.
for sure.
Gets attention. Yeah, it's got to be adjusted. Awesome. What'd you do today, Alan? I went 110 mile an hour in a 69 Camaro.